Today I have a much different video for you than usual. I'm actually in my neighbor's house because I have learned that he is actually getting started with making guitars. And it's been really cool hanging out with him today and looking at the guitars he's made, checking out the guitars that other people have made. And he also has some other interesting instruments like banjos and such. So I'm going to take you through and show you some of the cool things. I'm learning the basics of the guitar and I am by no means a good banjo player, so please forgive my less than good playing. But I still really enjoy looking at these cool instruments. So this guitar here is one that my neighbor himself has actually made, and if you look at it, it looks like something you'd buy in a store. It really does. When you look at it closely, you can see that the wood has some slight, waves in it that you might not see in a professional guitar that you find at a store. But I think that it sounds great and then it looks great, especially, it looks really cool. You have, I believe this is redwood here, and then you said this is mahogany. Mahogany here on the side and the back, and it just looks so cool. Look at, I like the lines that you have gone down here. And it sounds really great too. And it plays well and it sounds really great. And it has a really nice full sound. And it sustains a long time as well. It sounds really great. And it sounds really awesome and it's a lot of fun to play. And so this is the first guitar, and this is one that my neighbor himself actually made, which I think is super cool. So now I'm going to show you a few of the other cool instruments that he has around the place. This here is a fretless banjo, and I've only seen a couple of these before. I'm not going to play too much on it, but I just thought I'd show you because it's unusual. It has no frets. It's slightly out of tune, but that's okay. I'm not really a banjo player, but it has no frets. So you can bend the notes and it's kind of weird. So that's kind of cool. And then we have other things over here. This tenor guitar was actually made by another local guitar maker, and I might actually have the chance to go visit his store, well, not his store, but his workshop where he makes all of his guitars. And I think that would be really, really fun. So make sure, if you're interested in seeing that, make sure to stay tuned for that. This is a tenor guitar, as I said, and so it only has 4 strings. And at the moment, it's actually tuned like a banjo. The top string normally would be tuned to an E, but my neighbor has it tuned to a D. And it sounds pretty cool too. When you get up high on the register, it kind of sounds like a banjo as well. It's kind of plunky and the sustain is pretty short. So that's kind of cool as well. As you can see, I really don't know what the heck I'm doing, but it's still fun to check out these cool instruments. The last thing I thought I'd show you that I thought was really cool, once I put this away and secure it, is this old banjo over here. This one comes, I believe, from 1974, I believe, sometime in the 70s. It's incredibly heavy. I wish I could show you just how heavy it is on the video, but it's really, really well made and very heavy. And it projects very well. And it was a lot of fun to play. I was messing around with it, trying to pretend that I know what I'm doing, when in fact I do not, as you can tell by the way I'm holding it. Honestly, banjos aren't really the most easy thing to hold when you're sitting down, so. As you can see, this is tuned the same as that tenor guitar was. I like messing around with unusual and strange instruments, and the banjo, in my opinion, is definitely an unusual instrument. it's been really fun to be hanging out here with my neighbor and checking out these cool instruments. Hopefully you enjoyed this type of video. I know it's a lot different from what I usually do, but I thought I'd start branching out into other types of instruments besides just pianos, and hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. I've seen some cool videos on YouTube of didgeridoos, and I've always thought they were neat instruments. And they're very simplistic. If you don't know, they come from Australia. The ancient Aborigines used to carve them out of tree roots. And this one here is not made from a tree root, but it's still an interesting thing. And I've always seen them in the stores. I've always wanted to try one, but I've never really wanted to do that in a music store because, you know, your mouth goes on the thing and other people would buy it. But I'm here with one at my neighbor's house, and I thought I'd mess around with it. And I don't really know what I'm doing, but I was messing around with it a bit off camera, and I made it sound kind of cool. So let's try that again. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That is so loud. Wow, that really makes me lightheaded.